This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
You are what you watch.
Hi, this is Karl Mclean, Chairman of Super Brands. Unfortunately, Harry is not here today. He's gone on a one-way ticket to Mars. If we're lucky, we'll see him next week. So in the meantime, we'll continue to have fun, and we're going to talk about something very interesting today. We're talking about nation building with DDC Land. Nation building, why nation building? Nation building because part of building a nation is to have good quality housing for people to live in. So when they start working, they've got somewhere to come home, to a house that's typhoon proof, well built. They can feel the safety for their family. That's so very, very important. And today we have three guests from DDC Land. We have Elvira, who's in charge of the project that they have down in Santa Rosa. And then we have Anna, who's in charge of the project in Cavite, North Dasmarinas. And we have Ham, who's basically the controller and handles a lot of it, especially the money side of things, which are very important things. So welcome today to the show. I'd like to start off with Elvira. You're in charge of the Santa Rosa division. Am I correct in saying this is where DDC Land started out?
Yes.
They did. And tell me something. How big a project is it, and how many houses do you have there?
In Santa Rosa project, actually, we have already 6,000 plus communities.
Right.
It's about 80 hectares. We have a multi-phase commercial area there with establishment like Save More, RCBC Bank, and Fior Gelato.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, good coffee, good
Yes.
ice cream. Well, I better go and see the place. So you got 6,000 houses there already.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And how about in North Dasmarinas, Anna?
Well, with our new project, the North Dasma Garden Villas, we're just starting. We launched it last March 2016 of this year.
Okay, so it's brand new.
Yes.
And how many houses will you be building in that site, and how big is that site
Well, it's only 136 units in totality.
in totality?
Yes.
There's no expansion area, just 136 houses?
Yes.
Okay.
Exclusive, very serene and peaceful.
Yes. We'll talk about quality later, because I've actually seen these houses,
Yeah.
and they're extremely well built. Ham, tell me something about the owners of DDC Land, Ma'am Edna Sutter and Martin Sutter. Tell me about how the whole company got started.
Okay, in 1991, DDC Land was established, and the business started with the dry docking. But prior to it, there's the love behind that, because Martin Sutter was then a real estate focused within the Asia, and then Mom Edna Sutter used to be a freelance appraiser, and then somewhere they met, and eventually Martin Sutter approached Edna Sutter to do business, and that they started DDC Land, and that's dry docking. It started in Cebu, and then after 5 years, they moved into real estate. That started in 1994 and onwards. That's why from 1991 to 2016, it's 25th year anniversary.
So you've been in existence for 25 years.
Yes, exactly.
So like the other big guys, you can say to your prospective buyers, we're not a shot-in-the-dark guy. We've actually been here for 25 years, and we're here for the long run. And we already have 6,000, 7,000 houses built.
Exactly.
And so we're stable, we're a strong company,
Yeah.
mid-sized company, but strong. And the emphasis is on quality, which we'll talk
Yes.
about later in the show. So that's Martin, and I also hear that Miss Edna Sutter is now the governor of Rotary.
Yes. Um, Finding out in the year 1991 towards 1999, she found the love of sharing something to the public.
Right.
So Edna Sutter got involved in the year 1999, and then from then on, she was awarded Outstanding Rotarian in 2009, 2010, and eventually now she's the district governor of District 3830, handling around 90 clubs.
One of those clubs is my club, Rotary Club
nice.
Makati North.
Okay.
So, and that's a great club too. So we've actually, that's how I met Edna for the first time
Okay.
in Rotary. So then you have the lady with the heart, the Filipina with the heart, who married the precision engineer, the Swiss
Swiss,
guy.
yes.
So the combination should be very good.
Exactly.
Right.
Well,
And
it
the
turns out-
quality should be very high.
Yeah.
Because anything that comes from Switzerland, even with chocolate, houses, materials, is always very, very high.
Exactly.
So this message, is this the message you're getting across to your clients?
Yes, yes, we
Okay.
do that.
That's very good. So how about, what else is there to do? How easy is it to get to those projects? So you got one is in Santa Rosa. It's quite easy to get there. There's lots of good transportation.
Yes, actually through South Luzon Expressway. So
Okay.
from Vanilla, it took 45 minutes.
Okay, that's
30
very
minutes,
good.
yeah.
That's very good. So what you have in Santa Rosa is it's close to the city, and you can keep the family there protected in a nice environment. Housing's nice, green, fresh air environment. So that's the nature. That's what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
What we call it city within the city.
City within, it's fantastic. I like that idea. Now, how do you measure the success of DDC Land to date against your big rivals, Ayala and Manny Villar's Vista and people like that? How do you fit in with these people? How do you differentiate yourselves? Who would like to take that question?
Anna, I think.
Anna, okay.
Yeah, I can answer that question. We differentiate and we measure success based on our the number of hearts we create and the number of household units we delivered.
Okay. So, but there's more to it than just that.
Yes, there's more into that. We try to compete with the others, basically giving distinction to our quality.
Good.
And then the affordability of our project. That's our main passion, to deliver quality and affordability projects to the Filipinos.
And tell me who your clients are. What type of backgrounds do your customers have that buy your houses?
Our clients mainly concentrating to the class B and C, particularly the locally employed, the OFWs, the seafarers, sometimes the immigrants who wants to retire in the Philippines, and also those starting a family who aspiring for their first home.
Right. So the Santa Rosa houses are more entry level. Am I correct saying that, Elvi?
Yes,
So they're between
1,300,000 to 1.9.
Okay. So that's very affordable for
Yes,
everybody.
very
And what do you
affordable.
get for that? What sort of size house and how many bedrooms do you get for that?
In 1,900,000 is duplex. The lot area for that duplex is 88 square meters.
Right.
And the floor area is 61 square meters, 2 to 3 bedrooms. Yeah.
Okay. And how about in North Dasmarinas?
Well, in North Dasma, it's a particular buyer. We try to cater with the seafarers, as I said, and then the OFWs. When in terms in size, it's quite big compared to our competitors. We can deliver the duplex at 148 square meters, the starting size for the floor area.
I can say that having seen the houses personally, I could say that the house, especially in North Dasmarinas, is built like a German house or a Swiss house. I have never, ever in this country seen a house built to these specifications. You have 3 stories, you have 4 or 5 bedrooms, and I've seen all the other houses from the big companies, and really they are nothing compared to your houses, in my opinion, right?
Thank you.
And I really feel that you get what you buy. You get, if you want to buy a house that's going to last for generations, that's the type of quality I would expect to buy here. You have to pay a bit more for that, probably, I guess, right? But you get a quality house that is, you don't worry about typhoons or anything like that. And also, I noticed it's a very safe environment. Tell me about the safety of the safety that's built into your communities.
In North Dasma, we are catering the 136 units surrounded by electrical fencing, composing of 10 wires. The particular, I think that wires are only for 6, but in our community, it's 10 wires.
Okay. So it's more secure than Bilibid prison.
Yes.
Well, you can go in and out anytime you want, but in
Yes.
this place, you're stopping people from getting in, of course. I understand
Exactly.
that, right? Anything you'd like to add to this, Ham? Anything else that maybe we've missed that we should talk about the two properties so far?
I think more on the flexibility of the building itself.
Okay.
Flexibility in a way that in Santa Rosa, we have provided the 3rd floor. So it's a high ceiling of the 2nd floor. Then you can make your mezzanine side. So it's an extension for about 2 rooms.
Wow.
So 2 to another 2, it's 4. And on the North Dasma, it's flexible in a way because you can extend, you can expand towards your left, lanai, of course with certain restrictions.
The thing I noticed about your properties, the reason that we're happy talking to you here, is the fact that it's a safe place. Safety is very important. There's room for expansion, and there's greenery there.
Exactly.
It's not just box after box after box after box. I've seen so many of these, right? Yours is a little bit different, the quality is much higher.
Yeah.
And I think people need to, when they make their big investment, the biggest investment anybody makes normally is in a house.
Yeah.
Yes.
The second biggest investment is in a car, but a house comes number 1. And you want security for your family, and you want it to be a house that's going to be there in 30, 40, 50 years' time. And my view, having seen lots of homes, you build to those specifications.
Exactly.
So it's the heart and the, as you say, from your bosses, the heart and also the security and also the quality of the product that goes into that.
Exactly.
So that's excellent. Tell me something about how do you compete? How do you stand, not just the quality, but how do you feel that where you are, you have all the big guys coming up? You'll always aim for that niche market. Is it the niche is it the niche market you're after? Are you very focused on the types of business that you want?
Actually, we are very focused in terms of our product.
Right.
We do not care about the strength of others. We focus on our strengths.
Good.
So we do not compete with them looking at their weaknesses, but we focus on our strength and we look at it and do more about that, innovate. So I think one more thing that we have to look into, because the owners themselves do not focus on the net margin. Their focus is on what they can provide long term to the buyer. So meaning to say, the affordability, the quality, the cost itself is not being reduced into. They provide everything.
One thing I did notice about that North Dasmarinas site is that you actually have a save more almost on the site, and you can actually go straight from your house into the save more and back again without even leaving your subdivision.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And that's one of the benefits that we provided and negotiated with Save More.
Okay.
So you need not to go out and then find another way, mingling with others, but instead you go back. It's an exclusive access to the Save More.
That's fantastic, especially the housewives alone. If the husband's a captain of a ship or a chief engineer, he wants to make sure that his family's safe.
Exactly.
And so it's very, very safe.
Yeah.
Is the same in Santa Rosa?
Yes.
Yes?
There's also a Save More inside the subdivision.
But a lot more houses. Is it structured like you say 6,000 houses? Is it allocated in different areas? Do you have different subdivisions?
Yes, there's many phases actually. From phase 1, we are now in phase 8, and then we have the main road already. And I'd like to add our housing units. We use concrete pouring, or what we call buhos.
Okay.
That's why we deliver quality and durable housing units in Santa Rosa Garden Villas and also in North Dasma.
That's very unique and very different for most people supply when they build houses here. That's my opinion. So we're nearing the break now. So after the break, what we'll do is we will talk more about the quality and the differentiation, and maybe you can point your future buyers into what they should be looking for in a house.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't look at that. They look at the wonderful pamphlets, the wonderful adverts. Oh, I've heard that name before, and they buy. But they don't actually buy something that will last, and they don't actually buy something that has all the security and the comforts around you that they should have. And some of these projects are huge, but not really safe or not really built the way they should be built. That's been my experience living in the Philippines too, right? So maybe we can talk about that later. But in the meantime, you've already built 7,000 houses almost within the first 25 years. You had your anniversary party last Saturday.
Yes.
So I hope everybody behaved. There's nobody diving into the swimming pool and things like that.
Yeah.
That was fun. So you all had fun. So how many staff do you have, Anna, in DDC Land? How many staff in total?
If not mistaken, I think we are almost 100 plus.
Wow, that's a
We're
lot.
getting bigger.
And is it a family-orientated company? Do you do lots of things where you invite the kids and family for days out? Do you do anything like that?
Yeah, at times, but
At
it's
times,
not
yeah.
frequent.
Okay, no, but you have to work,
Yeah.
right? I know you work long hours. I've seen that
Yeah.
already. So that's very good. So if you can continue that momentum, you'll always be like a mid-niche player. Yeah, having lived in the UK, I've seen people like that, Charles Church and people like that come in against the big guys, build a higher quality place, and actually grow very, very well, based on the fact that they add a lot of value to their housing and their estates. So that's something. How about schooling? Have you got good schools near Santa Rosa or near North Dasmarinas, like La Salle or something like that?
In North Dasma, we are about 10 minutes away from De La Salle, Dasmarinas, Cavite.
Oh wow, that's
Very
good.
near.
Good. And you have everything, all the schools and colleges later as well. You
Yes,
have
all
everything there.
colleges around the vicinity of Dasmarinas City. It's near to our development.
Wow, that's very good. And Santa Rosa, of course, also.
Yeah, there's also a PUP and Canosa, it's a private school.
Okay.
And Perpetual Help colleges, there's also
And they're good colleges. I mean, I know
yes,
there's
in Santa
colleges.
Rosa.
And they have a good basketball team, Perpetual Health. I remember they won the leagues. Are you involved in sport at DDC Land? Do you have any interest in sport? Any sponsorship of sport, Han?
Actually, that's one of the plans in the future. We are acquiring 65 hectares, and portion of it will be focused on soccer.
Yes.
So that would be in the next coming years.
Because I heard that Martin Sutter, who is the chairman of the board, used to play for Switzerland
Yeah.
in the youth team for Switzerland.
Yeah.
And his son is also a very good footballer, but he's only 5 years old now, or
Yeah.
6 years old, very young boy, right? So that's very exciting. So football is the up-and-coming sport of the Philippines because you're too short to play basketball. Trust me on that. You'll never win against the big teams, no matter how big your heart is. So soccer is the right way to go because it doesn't matter how big you are and tall.
Exactly.
So Martin's doing it
How
right.
tall you are.
And I'm working with some people also in actually creating more of a soccer background for us here. Now we're going towards the break. So after the break, we'd like to talk more about the quality and where the future of your company is, which other projects you may be working on. So I'd like to say over, and I'll see you after the break.